Good evening and welcome to Virtual Race Academy headquarters here at Mondale Park. We're live for rounds 3 and 4 of the Virtual Race Academy MX5 Cup, and we are at Donington.
We're at Donington this week, Rob. Yeah, we had a fantastic race, reverse race around Mondello as the grids take off here today on Wednesday night.
That's right, yeah. So race 1 and 2 were Mondale Park National Reverse, and we had two really exciting races. Championship leaders at the moment are Keith Dempsey from brother Peter Dempsey, and then Brian Egan, in third place. So just a few points, so 30 points. Keith Dempsey's on, brother Peter on 28, Brian Egan on 23rd, and then just to round out the top 10, we've got Mark Ryan, Keane Carey, Michael McGuinness, Peter McCann, Paul Doyle, and Brian McManus on equal 8th there on 14 points. Nicky Meredith and Daniel Fitzgerald.
That's right, yeah. We had a lot of contact in the first two races and some appeals, some incidents came in.
Yeah, a few slapped wrists from round 1 and 2, but all the drivers going to be on their best behaviour this evening. So we're expecting some good, clean racing. And Donington, a very different track from Mondale Park. It's a really fast, sweeping
You've
track.
got to keep the speed going through the corners. A lot of the guys struggling with the last chicane to kind of get that run out of it, but different to Mondello in a sense. Reverse Mondello was very much about getting the car slowed down and then getting on the accelerator as quick as possible, whereas Donington is all about maintaining that speed for the laps.
Yeah. So look, it's going to be fascinating. We're live for 2 races this evening, and we'll be kicking off race 1 in just a moment. Then we'll have a break, and we will be back live for race 2. So let's head trackside.
Let's go.
Okay, so we're live. We've just got a 40-second countdown to the start of the race. So just on our current grid, we've got
Peter Dempsey is in pole for this race. We've got brother Keith Dempsey in second, Brian Egan there in third, Brian McManus in fourth, Arturas Condalis in fifth. He's a new driver this week. King Carey in sixth, Keith Rabbit in seventh, Nicky Meredith in 8th, Niall Murray 9th, Peter McCann in 10th. Then we're down into David Yamamoto in 11th, Sergey Grabon in 12th, Evan Walsh 13th, Owen Murray in 14th.
Lights out here now, Rob, and we're away. We're just waiting for the lights out at the start of the race, and we're away.
And they're off. So who's going to make the take the inside line into turn 1 into Redgate?
Looks like Keith has got the turn off. Is very clean through. It's actually Peter. Sorry,
Dempsey,
got away into first place there, which is great going.
And everybody's clean through turn 1, which is great to see. We weren't expecting that. Good stuff from these guys. So we're following Peter Dempsey at the moment as they head down the Craner curves.
And
Peter Dempsey, Keith Dempsey, and Brian McManus are your top three, closely followed by Brian Egan, Keane Carey, and Nicky Meredith. Nicky Meredith made up a place there. Arturas has lost a place. Who else?
Like Ronan Hederman's had a bit of a spin at the back, Rob, but very clean through the first lap. So, as we said, this track is all about keeping the momentum up through McLean's, through Coppice, and down into the Dunlop Straight. So, Peter and Keith and Brian McMahon's been really quick all week.
There's McGuinness in the gravel trap there in the background.
Just see what's going on. Oh, Murray up a couple of spots. Oh, who's that gone out?
2 guys there. That's in the Irish Auto Parts car, I think. Normally Marty Moore driving that. Not sure who's in that this week. I think that could be Evan Walsh.
Leaders and just see as they come down again into Redgate. We've been talking to them all week about that line, Rob, but they were comfortable with it.
So it's Keith Dempsey putting brother Peter Dempsey under pressure. McManus there hanging on in third place, but the 2 lads at the front getting a little bit of between them. Brian Egan a few car lengths back there in 4th as well. King Carey in 5th, doing a great job. Nicky Meredith, let's have a... Oh, as Brian goes wide there, or Keith goes wide. He's right under pressure, he's putting him under pressure, and he's on the curb, side by side, and it's still Peter ahead, but Keith has got the inside line, and he makes the place. Great move.
Great move, yeah. I actually seen him in practice trying to, they're fighting back, so let's just see. Can they keep that clean through the hole? Down into the Dunlop Straight again. This is really impressive, actually, that Niall Murray just making up another space there over Keane Carey, but really impressive that they're able to race this close at this constant speed. His contact, as we've said time and time again, Rob, so difficult to control in sim racing. It kind of fires you off the track the best of times.
Yeah, I think one of the things the guys are going to have to watch out for is track limits. We're seeing a lot of guys, especially these guys at the front, four wheels over the track, and Keith Dempsey there again, four wheels over the track, and he will get penalised for that if he continues to do it. So the rules are the white lines are the track limits. If you've got two wheels over them, that's fine. If you've got all four wheels over them, that's not fine. So if you continue to break the rules as he does there, and again, yeah, he could see himself up to the tower at the end of the race. So let's, although this is really, really close stuff, Peter Dempsey's right on the tail, and is he going to get past the brother again? It's quite possible. But I think let's take a look further down the field and see what the action down there. So who are the movers and shakers? Keith Rabbit doing a great job. He's been really quick all week, and ahead of brother Shane as well. Where is Shane? He's just a couple of
making a move here, Rob. Just having a look at that.
And who's on? He's got Nicky Meredith. No, he did. He gained a place on Meredith.
He did, yeah. So just going through Roberts, he was lining them up down the Dunlop straight.
So that's Niall Murray in the Red Bull car there that we're following.
That's right, yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. Let's just go on board with Niall here as he's coming down through Craner curves, and you just see the lines that they're going to take through here, Rob. They really were all week working on this very fast old hairpin.
This is the place where the guys are really in danger of track limits on the exit there of old hairpin.
So you can just see
who's that on the grass.
That's Shane.
Shane's got a very similar livery on that as he does on the MX5 as he does his RX7.
Lost the place.
That's it, yeah. Arturus there in 9th. Lost a good few places at the start, but he's gaining back again. Big tank slapper there for one of the guys, Evan Walsh. And we've got Owen Murray on the inside of Shane Rabbit there. Oh, that's Dowling, is it?
Yeah.
Dowling in the Milwaukee car. He needs to be careful how he rejoins the track there. We're following Owen Murray at the moment. And Keith Dempsey, is there a change of position up at the front? Keith Dempsey at the... I've lost track of who was in the lead.
Yeah, we missed that as it was going on.
No, Peter, it was Keith in front, but there was probably just a bit of a dice going on there, so maybe they changed places temporarily.
Down into the 17, so Rob, these two guys were into 16, 9s and 8s for the quali laps. So plenty of pace left in the cars. They're starting to just get the squared on and pull away from Brian.
Are the tyres going to go off in this race now?
Do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I think around lap 7 or 8 we're going to see some people struggling with tyres. Not necessarily in terms of tyre wear, but just the tyres are going to go off in terms of temperatures and pressures.
And there's Keith completely wide there. So all four wheels off.
Briefing. Let's see. He's 4 off going through there. So.
And again, but that's given Peter the inside line, and he is ahead. So these two swapping places, which is great to see. And a couple of car lengths there that Peter's pulled on Keith as they head into the chicane.
Lap 5, yeah.
So still 10 laps to go. So just 1/3 through the race. And these guys, really, really impressive how they can manage to race these cars so closely. When you don't have the same kind of level of feel that you do in the real world. Great stuff.
It's the consistency though, like when you think some of these drivers are putting in 100 laps during the week and banging out more or less the same lap times.
Yeah, but what I find impressive, or really impressive, is the likes of the Niall Murrays and the Nicky Merediths, in fact, who don't put in those 100 or so laps, and they just rock up, do 10 laps, they're in 5th place in qualifying or whatever, and here they are, as Niall Murray just puts in a fastest lap of 1:17.6, I think it was. So yeah, quick stuff from these guys. So let's have a quick look further back the field. So we've got Peter Dempsey, Keith Dempsey first and second, Brian McManus in third, We've got Brian Egan there in 4th place still. So that's the leading quartet. Then Niall Murray chasing those down in 5th place there in the Red Bull car. Now from Murray Motorsport. 10% off with those guys. You can use discount code VRA10 to get a 10% discount from them in their online motorsport store. So do check them out. Sponsors of the series.
So I'm just looking at the fastest lap time so far is a 1:17.215. Keith Dempsey just putting it in.
Just said it there now, yeah.
Peter Dempsey 1:17.345, and then Brian McManus 1:17.550. Brian Egan 1:17.562. So this group at the front, more or less putting in very fast times. Still half second off best lap times, but.
So yeah, as we head down the field now, so we've got Arturus here. He's one of our newcomers. Then Murray in 10th. I just want to head back down the field to see where the rest of the action is. So the top 8 are kind of pulled away. There's a bit of a divide there in the pack. So let's head down.
It's almost getting into an endurance style of racing at this stage, Rob. We're going to see drivers starting to struggle after this lap with tyres. And we'll be interested to see how much did everyone fuel up the cars, right, Rob?
Yeah, that's true. We have had a couple of guys running out of fuel, actually. So some people will, without doubt, have. It's a great battle here. Forward battle. Oh, someone out. That's Hederman, is it, or is it McGuinness? McGuinness in the Guinness-coloured car, funnily enough. Unfortunate for McGuinness. So let's head back to Hederman. So this is a battle between Peter McCann, Ronan Hederman, and Sergey, I think. And
Marty Moore probably watching this, not too impressed with somebody out in his livery, but little we could do at this stage of the race.
That's the Irish Auto Parts car as well. That's another sponsor series. You can get 15% off their store.
What's the code there, Rob?
VRA15. So head to irishautoparts.ie.
Now, here we go. Peter Dempsey's guys.
Right up the front. Keith Dempsey taking back the lead again. So another change of position at the front.
That's it. But other than that, the rest of the field more or less spread out by a second. Adam Dowling just closing in Shane Rabbit. Let's just go to that. That's always a very entertaining race. It's always very hard to know whether Shane's car's actually got a lot of damage on the back or it's just a livery on it, Rob. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's lines being taken out that we'll have to review.
So has McGuinness, he's 8 seconds back there from Dowling.
Brian Egan.
Brian Egan, yeah, right on the tail of, as he goes for a move, there's contact there between McManus. So McManus losing out there. No doubt there'll be an email into incidents@vra.ie, that one later on.
We'll have to investigate that.
Nicky Meredith sets his fastest lap time, 1:17.6, as does Keith Rabbit on a 1:18.01. Keen Carey keeping his nose clean in 8th place, staying out of trouble.
So I think a couple of people tuned in on YouTube and Facebook are broadcasting on both for this race, and so I'd like to give a little shout out to Tom, who's 4 today. Woke me up very excited today on race day. So a little shout out there to Tom. I'm sure he's tuned in, and go to bed, Tom.
Good man, Tom. Happy birthday. Wish I was 4. So let's take a look at the front again, and Peter Dempsey just puts a move on his brother again. So another change of pace, nose to tail as they head out onto the back straight.
The really impressive thing is that they're dicing like this since the start of the race, Rob, and they haven't lost time on Brian Egan, who's a particularly fast driver in the back.
Yeah, absolutely.
McManus and Niall Murray, so that is impressive.
How is that gap doing between Murray and McManus? Is Murray managed to close in? So he's 1.25 seconds behind at the moment.
He'll be eyeing these guys down. He's a danger man for a podium. Quick all week. And we see them here taking that line as well. Luckily nobody coming out of the pits.
King Carey sets his fastest lap. McManus is wide, so that's going to give Murray another quarter of a second or so. And he is, yeah, he's down there. Just a second gap between them now. McManus just an 0.8 of a second behind Brian Egan. It looks like, doesn't I was going to say it looks like more, but
on the background as well. But it's
there's another change of position at the front, was it?
these guys are having a great race, Rob, aren't they?
Yeah, fantastic stuff from these guys.
It's actually brilliant that Donington brings out a different type of race than we had in the reverse Mondello, which was very tight, very technical race. Of course, Donington all about just maintaining that speed, keeping the momentum up.
Arturus just pulled a place on Nicky Meredith there for 8th.
Nicky Meredith got into trouble, Robert, wasn't there?
Let's just see where has he gone. Arturus, when our cameras are not changing position for some reason.
There he is there.
Yes, there's a big gap between them, so
he's dropped back down into the clutches of Owen Murray.
Keane Carey sets his another fastest lap, 1:17.7.
Keane doing really well since he's taken up. He's new enough to sim racing.
Let's just check back in on this battle between Shane Rabbit and Adam Dowling. Close between these two. Shane in the Lorna Flood Fitness car there. Same library as the
Any
RX-7.
vouchers for that, Rob?
No, not this time. No, we'll have to get on to Lorna.
Oh, look at this. He's not going to be cheeky around the edge. You're not going to do that with Shane Rabbit.
Shane covering the inside line there. Oh, he messes it up all on his own. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's got the inside line, but then
he's going to have to hold that all the way through to Old Hairpin. He might just do it.
Might just do it, yeah, if he manages to keep that
Be
line.
brave.
Good stuff, and he makes the middle, or does he? No, Shane gets it back. Good man.
All wise head there. That was a classic move there from Shane to keep that one going. They're up through McLean's now, we'll see.
Yeah, and he's pulled a bit of a gap. So who's close? And oh yeah, Hedeman's off in front of him, so that puts him into his clutches.
Niall Murray has put in a fastest lap and is close right up on the back.
0.4 of a second, 0.2 of a second
and
behind
he's got the run on
McManus.
him too, so this is real pressure now for McManus. Let's see.
So only 3 laps to go. I don't think he's going to get on a podium, but he'd be surprised if he doesn't make this place. But McManus, and there's contact, but McManus comes up worse. Fairness, I think Owen had the line there. Niall, rather.
Yeah, we'll certainly be, I think, looking at that one. I think there's an incident in the post, but
I think that looked fair enough to me. Yeah, 2.8 seconds between Murray and Egan, so he's not going to pull that back. And 0.8 of a second between Keith and Peter at the front. What's happening further down the field?
Watts closing on the back of Owen Murray here. And let's just watch these two guys for a second. I'm not sure that's the livery of car that Owen Murray had picked out himself, but nonetheless, kind of suiting him at the moment. Let's see how he come down through the chicane into Roberts.
Yeah, that's the Royal Purple Lubricants car.
Back, so look at this.
Shane Rabbit losing out to Adam Dowling. So what's going on here? There's a great battle between these guys. Hedeman there as well.
Shane won't be giving up that inside line too easy, but Hedeman has the legs on him. That's fair racing there.
Shuts the door. Murray dispatches Evan Walsh for 10th place. Keane Carey gets past Arturus. There must have been... there's a bit of an accident. Yeah, that's Keane's car. So Keane's off, and he cannot rejoin. He has to wait. No,
that's
he
good
just has to wait for all the cars to come through. That was one of the things that happened last week. Was there was a car rejoined the track in fairly spectacular fashion and took out half the grid, and almost had to sit out this race because of it. But so the guy is well warned on that.
Yeah, I think that's commendable from Keane. He's been showing that type of class through the whole championship.
Race winner last week, of course.
Yeah, he got out in front, reverse grid after this, but Keane was able to get out, and in fairness to him, just keep that position for the whole race.
So we're on the penultimate lap here. Keith Dempsey up the front, pulled about a second on Peter. Brian Egan 1.8 seconds behind. Niall Murray in 4th. He has closed that gap down. It was 2.8 seconds, now 2.1, but with only a lap to go, not much chance of closing that altogether. Let's have a quick look further down the field, see who's close. Where has Arturus gone? He's dropped right back to 14th, unfortunately. He was having a great race. Adam Dowling seems to have dispatched the battle that was going on between himself there, Hedeman, Stack and Rabbit, and has pulled a bit of a gap, so that's good for himself.
Just an update from race B as we're going into the last lap of race A. Actually got Jordan Dempsey in Mondello. Here it is. Jordan's just got into the lead and looks like he's going to take that win as well. So we're heading into the last race of our main race here, and we've actually 2 races on tonight. We've got our main race here, the championship race, and then we have, due to demand, a second race server. So if you are interested in getting involved in the Race Academy Racing, just go to www.vra.ie. All the information is there. So we're on to our final lap.
That's it, Keith Dempsey. So here are your top 3. Keith Dempsey from Peter Dempsey, from Brian Egan, Niall Murray in 4th, Brian McManus in 5th, Keith Rabbit in 6th, Nicky Meredith in 7th, Owen Murray in 8th, Evan Walsh in 9th, and David Yamamoto in 10th. Now, David's had a quiet race. He's been keeping his nose clean, started out a bit further down the pack and has just managed to work his way through, avoiding all the incidents, I think. And yeah, good 10th place for David.
He's been doing very well, yeah. So we just watch. Just down in the mid-pack, we've got Peter Flaherty closing up behind Peter McCann.
Yeah, he'll be happy. He started in... no, actually, he's pre-qualified in 17th. I can't remember where he qualified in, but he's just made a place.
Shane Rabbit in the back making up a place again.
Let's just go back to the leaders. They're about to cross the line.
So we'll just go on board with Keith Dempsey. That is a pretty dominant display by the 2 Dempseys out in front.
Yeah, great stuff from these guys. Well done. First and second, Keith Dempsey, Peter Dempsey, and Brian Egan crosses the line. Niall Murray in 4th place. Brian McManus in a hard-fought 5th place. Keith Rabbit in 6th. Nicky Meredith about to come into view there. He's there in 7th. Owen Murray in 7th. There's a dice for the line here between Murray and Walsh, is it? Gets it. Murray just gets it by a nose. David Yamamoto and Peter McCann.
Very clean race. Great.
Yeah,
great
good
racing
stuff
all around. So Ken Kerry just bringing it over the line. So what we'll do is we'll just wait for the last 4 races. We've got Adam and Ron Hedeman coming around. We'll just have a look at Shane Rabbit. Oh, there's a race right at the end. And Shane Rabbit gets it. Good man, Shane, right on the line. Great stuff. And then Michael McGuinness wraps up our race. So that is great racing for the end of race 1.
So that's it. We'll be back for round just a moment.
Absolutely. Talk to you in a bit.
Okay, we are back for race 2, which is a reverse grid of the finishing positions from race 1. So at the head of the field, we have Michael McGuinness, and you'll be able to see in just a second.
So
we're off.
It was someone stalled on the line. I don't know who that was. We're just going to see. Let's just see who's coming down. I think that's
McGuinness in first, is it?
Yeah, I think he is leading through. So let's.
No, it's Hederman. Hederman in first, followed by Tony Stack, Adam Dowling in third, Shane Rabbit in fourth. So Shane Rabbit and Keen Kerry there are our danger men, I'd say, up the front.
So as they come down in through.
Down the Craners, and Hederman's got a huge gap. There's a bit of contact. That's
Keith
Rabbit.
Keith Rabbit. And McGuinness in the background. So let's just go to our leader. This Adam Downing. Oh, and Hederman pulling away. He'll be delighted with himself. Good man. Someone gone wide there again.
That's Keen Kerry. So he's losing out there, down to 10th. He's going to drop down another couple of places, down to 12th. Even down to 13th. So we've got a few people making up places. Evan Walsh, Nicky Meredith, Keith Dempsey, all in place. Niall Murray up place as well.
So, sorry about that. We had the live broadcast over. So we're into lap 1. We will see now. So we got Ron Hederman, Tony Stack, Adam Dowling.
Sergey in fourth there. Let's just move that out of the way so we can see.
Yeah, so we're very impressed with Ronan working away out in front. Where's the Dempsey's? Peter Dempsey's back down into... Well, Murray as well in 11th there with Keith. Let's just go on board with that and just see for a second. Very close to the mid-pack. Sorry again. I think I'm going to get a flogging for leaving our race broadcast up. Anyway.
Quite rightly so as well.
I think so, well, yeah.
So we're on board with Niall Murray at the moment, and you can see on the live stream here the little red arrows around the screen. That's what's called car radar. That tells you where the competitors are, as Keith Rabbit and one of the Dempseys go round.
Peter Flaherty as well, mixed up in that.
Obviously weren't looking at their car radar.
As you were talking about it.
So Murray really laid on the brakes. He's chasing Sergey there, and he's got a great run out of the S's. Does he have to just back out of it just for a second? Unlikely. But Murray's got the run down into the first corner into Redgate. He's wide, and is he going to be able to carry that speed through? Yeah, and he's going to make the move stick. Great stuff. And he got in front of him, Peter McCann. So are we going to see a Murray on the podium this time? It's a very good chance. Still 13 laps left to go, 12 laps left to go. Adam Dowling makes a place on Tony Stack there for second place. And we've got McCann just about to... Oh, we've got Murray around the outside of McCann, which gives he's going to have the inside line for the right-hander, and he gets the place. Great stuff. So Murray up to 5th already. How far? Oh, he's 4 wheels off the track. McCann's got the inside line there. Nobody tucks in behind. Keen Kerry's made up a few places. He was all the way down there in 13th. He's back up to 8th now, so great stuff. Obviously getting the head down. He's got a bit of air in front of him to that trio there as well. So those three squabbling amongst each other, which is going to give Kerry a chance to get right on the tail of that pack. Or he's probably going to just back them up into that hairpin and then get on the power quick, smart, and pull a lead down the straight.
Hederman. I think that's his best lap all week.
1:18.7, yeah.
It's a pretty good lap. Ron will be delighted with himself.
Murray sets a 1:18.1, Sergey a 1:19. Arturos in.
Keep Rabbit down 17th.
What's happening down there at the back?
Yeah, so have a look in 17th.
All right, I just wanted to see Arturos there in 3rd, one of our newcomers. So new he hasn't even got a livery on his car yet, but he's been really impressive in qualifying and pre-qualifying all week. Hugely fast, and one of the guys that hasn't had to put in a huge amount of laps to be really quick. So yeah, definitely a man to watch. His Arturus. So Tony Stack there going a bit wide, and Murray just 0.9 of a second behind him. That gap is going to come down, so let's keep a close eye on that. So further down the field, what's going on? We've got fairly close battle here between Evan Walsh and McManus in the midfield. McManus is in the black and orange car here that we're tracking. He's right on the tail of Evan Walsh. McManus around the outside there, makes it stick, does he? He's got Evan Walsh on. Yeah, he's just passing. We can see again by the little red arrows on the left-hand side of the screen here. You can see where the cars are, even though we actually can't see him. David Yamamoto right behind there in the mix as well.
Artie making up a place into third, is he, Rob?
No, he was in third already. Yeah, no, that's.
Stay with this group here. There's a great bit of action going on.
Evan Walsh gets a move on Yamamoto.
Niall Murray just closing up in behind.
Oh yeah, 0.2 of a second. So he's within the space of a lap. He's gained a second on Tony Stack there. And he makes the move. Super simple. Great stuff. So.
And makes a stick.
Yeah, so Niall has 10 laps to chase down the leading trio. And
no better man to do that.
No better man to do it. And when he gets there, he should be well able for it as well.
His time is into the 1:17s. Currently the fastest man on track. Surprisingly, Keith Rabbit 18.2, Shane Rabbit 18.9, and then full seconds 1:79. Actually, as I say that, Artie's just banged in the fastest lap of the race, Rob.
Really, that's great stuff. Well, Murray's really going to have the bit between the teeth. Got a bit of a slap on the wrist last week for an incident that perhaps wasn't his fault. There was some lag on the server, and there was a contact, and Murray ended up getting penalised for it, and perhaps unfairly. So he's going to really want to put that to rights this week. Put in a sterling performance, and it looks like he's going to do it.
And for anyone who's tuned in wondering what the hell is lag, so lag basically is down to the broadband speeds. Each one of these drivers is driving from a different location, probably from home, most of them, Rob. We've got some racers here in Mondello, but lag is basically where the car loses connection with the internet and just for a second disappears and reappears on the track. It's one of the limitations and current technology limitations, I'd say, Rob, of sim race. But of course, everyone on this track driving from different locations, which is.
And as we talk, Murray already on the back of this trio, and he's going to get down the inside. He's going to
make the best move of the whole. He is. He's.
So, yeah. So now this could be interesting. Arturus and Niall Murray. So
they're putting in are the exact same. So Arturus on a 1:17.931, Niall Murray on a 1:17.988. So it's all up to Niall to reel in Artie, but I'm going to give it a go.
This is going to be fascinating. I mean, we really don't know a great deal about Arturus. He's new to the week. Niall Murray, possibly, arguably one of the quickest drivers, real-world drivers in the country at the moment. Is Arturus one of the quickest sim drivers in the country? We don't know. We're about to find out.
We're about to find out, is right. So let's just look back down. We've had Peter Dempsey behind David Yamamoto, so let's stick with these guys for a second. Again, two absolute cracking quick drivers. We've had a change at the back. Keith Rabbit making up space after that incident at the start of the race, and Shane Rabbit as well catching up behind Peter Flaherty. So a lot going on at the back of the pack.
So where's Keith Dempsey in this? Let's have a quick look.
Up in 10th, Rob.
10th, yeah. So Peter Dempsey's just got the move on David Yamamoto,
and he's made a stick as well.
So Peter and Keith, I was interested in because
he's just made a move as well. Keane.
Oh yeah, on Sergey, good stuff. Yeah, of course, reverse grade. So the two winners started in last and last but one place in the race. So they're already up to 10th and 12th respectively.
So Niall Murray closing up, Rob. Absolutely closing up. He's after pulling a full second. That is impressive use of the track, to say the least, going in turn one. So Peter McCann, Brian McManus having great duels all week, these two. Let's just see this battle back here. Big shout out to Marty and his skin here is going around. I know Marty's watching remotely and give us the heads up at the start of the race for my faux pas, so thanks for that, Marty.
So on board with McManus, he gains a big chunk of time there on Peter McCann, but Peter's got the inside line into the right ahead, but I think McManus has the move done. He does, and is he gonna pull a move on Keith Dempsey? I don't know. He'd be doing well to be gaining ground on Keith, but it looks like he is. Brian Egan as well, going great guns here, up to 7th, so he must have started in 18th, 17th, 18th, I think. So he's up to 7th. So that gap at the front, Murray puts in his quickest time in yet in a 1:08. How big is that gap? So yeah, not closing in on him as quickly as we thought he might do. So great stuff from Arturus here.
Very impressive, yeah.
Yeah, 6 laps to go. You know, it's not going to be the walkover that we thought it might be.
Well, just on that, Niall Murray's just put in the fastest lap of the race, so he's definitely got the foot down on this one. But we'll just see, just really quick, Brian Egan. I'm just keen to see this race. These two guys so well matched. Keane Carey coming to sim race and very much at the start of the Porsche RSR Cup, actually, Rob. Thrown himself into it, as did a lot of these guys. But I don't think Keane had been in a lot of training on the simulator himself.
And Brian Egan's been doing this for a good number of years, hasn't he? So really experienced sim racer. So great to see Keane picking it up so quickly.
It is great to see.
And who we got at the head of this pack? It's Ronan Hederman at the head of the field. And he's got, who's trying to pull a move on him there? That was Keane Carey in the black and green car. So it's Tony Stack actually, sorry, at the head of this little gaggle of cars, and it's Hederman in the red car. Keane's on the inside. Is he going to get past them all? No, he's not. So Tony out the front, but Hederman runs wide. And there's a bit of contact there. Let's head back. Brian Egan's on the grass. Keith Dempsey then gets a sniff of a chance, and if there's a chance there, he's going to take it. He's all over the back of Egan, and Keane Carey has made up a place. So we've still got Tony at the front of this little pack. Murray at the front of the field there. Oh, sorry, in second place. 0.2 of a second now between himself and Arturus. So how well is Arturus going to be able to defend against a charging Niall Murray? We will wait and see. Let's watch this battle for a while. Keane Carey just made up a place on Keith Dempsey there. Let's go on board with Murray. Murray taking a lot more curb there through the S's. Does it really help him? Doesn't look like it did in that occasion. Both cars are going to use all the track now on the exit of the pit lane. Right over the white line. So yeah, like at the moment, I chose not having to go too defensive. So holding his own, doing a great job. Fantastic driving at the front here. Murray just got a little bit sideways there, got out of shape, had to get on the brakes hard. I don't know if there was a little nudge or not, but we'll leave that battle for a little while. I'm sure Murray's going to get back on right on the tail of Arturus, but let's see who the movers and shakers are. This is this great battle here for 3rd and 4th place. So we've got Adam Dowling's got a bit of space at the front. Then we've got Tony Stack in 4th. We've got Keane Carey down the inside. Carey's just pulled the move on him. Fantastic stuff from Keane Carey. Keith Dempsey is trying to follow him through. Dempsey goes for a lunge on the inside. He gets the done on Stack. And where's McManus in all this? He's half a second down. So great charge from Keane Carey, but is Keane Carey now? He's going to go ultra defensive on Keith Dempsey. And Dempsey's trying around the outside. McManus makes a place. Egan makes a place. And Tony Stack, unfortunately, has lost 4 places in that in the space of as many corners, I think. But great drive from these guys. Fantastic stuff. And Keith Dempsey's trying to move here. Is there contact? Let's have a look. There is. Dempsey's in the grass. Oh no. And where's Keane? Where's Keane Carey? Keane Carey's off as well. No, shame. That puts Adam Dowling back into 3rd. We'll have to have a look at the replay there. That was a shame. That was a really great battle. Those guys going at it, hammer and tongs. Great stuff. So let's take a look back up at the front with 3 laps to go.
He's closed right up. Has he got him, Rob?
Not yet, no. Arturus got the inside line, going super defensive.
Taking a lot of curves, but he's going to get to run out.
Let's go on board with Murray to see how he's if he's going to get anything done here. Sergio seems to have him covered though. How's the measure of him? No, Murray's got a run on him. Is he going to get down the inside? He is.
Is he going to make it stick?
Are they going to keep it clean?
Fair play to Artie.
No, just squeezes him there. Wily Fox, he knows exactly what he's doing. But Arturus is trying to come back at him. No, Murray has the move done.
Yeah, he might have him. He's going to try and be
cheeky. A huge amount of speed, yeah. So into the right-hander. Murray's lads. No, it's good stuff. So there's no contact.
Brilliant.
Murray has him ahead for the.
Clean racing.
And he's going to go defensive here for the right-hander. But that should give Arturus a bit of an extra run on the way out of the corner. Can he do a cutback here? Murray's going defensive.
He won't have to run him down Dunlop straight, I don't think. I think Niall's done enough. Great racing.
Yeah, so is Murray going to have to go defensive into the chicane here? Doesn't. So he has confidence in his speed through there, and he pulls just a fraction of the gap, half a second between the two now. So that just should give him a little breathing space that he needs to stretch his legs down through the crane of curves.
That's 2 quick laps. It's 17.4 from Niall, 17.643 from Artie. So that's a great race. Just let's have a look back down the field. We have some close race going on. King Carey again. There's a lot of mid-pack action going on.
Keane's right in the thick of it. And who's he got? He's another Dempsey on his tail this time.
Peter Dempsey.
Peter Dempsey.
Dempsey all the way up to 6th. Is Peter going to make that one stick? It's close.
Yeah, Peter Dempsey gets the move. Oh, keep it clean, Keane. And he's off again.
We'll be getting letters in the post for that one. But
so Peter Dempsey also came off badly from that.
Just have a look at Brian McManus closing up behind Keith Dempsey here as well. Well, let's just go back to our leaders. I don't think these guys are going to catch each other, but these guys are Artie not letting Niall pull away, Rob.
No, I think it's going to finish like this if unless there's a commentator's curse or anything like that. But yeah, Murray pulled. It's a fairly static gap there at half a second, which is all that's needed to get the job done.
King Carey into the pits, obviously damaged the car with that contact. Brian McManus, Keith Dempsey again. Oh, he's almost taking a spin. I think that's Alan Murray.
And the 2 guys there on the grass getting sideways. They're on the last lap. So it's do or die now for newcomer Arturus.
It's very impressive, isn't it, Rob, to be able to come to the racing league. He was saying this was the first race in. After this, of course, we closed the door to the championship. Last 3 races.
So just a few corners left. Is Murray going to have to go defensive? He is taking a fairly defensive line there, which is going to, impede his exit speed. He's
all about keeping that momentum, as you can see here. Artie got
the lights on. Yeah, and he's got a nose ahead. Is that going to be enough? He's going to try for a cutback here. There's a slow car on the inside. Is that going to impact them? Who's that? So we can just see them in the corner of the shot there. He's got a nose alongside, but Murray has the inside line. Side by side into the S's.
That's great.
So Arturus looking for the cutback. Is he going to get a run onto the straight? This is going to be really, really close. I think Murray has it. I think Murray has it covered. He does.
Is that the close race so far, Rob?
I think that's pretty well. Race 1 was pretty
Let's
much.
have a look back at Brian. Is he going to get Keith Dempsey?
So your top 3 are Niall Murray, Arturus Condelis, Adam Dowling, and Peter McCann in 4th, Keith Dempsey in 5th, Brian McManus crosses the line in 6th, Tony Stack in 7th, David Yamamoto in 8th, great stuff from him, Keith Rabbit in 9th, and Sergey Grabon in 10th.
It's great racing all around. And for ourselves, we just watched the last few. Nicky Meredith coming over the line ahead of Brian Egan. Peter Dempsey wasn't able to really make up the spaces in that reverse grid, Rob.
Well, he was and he wasn't. I mean, he got involved a couple of tangles there, and he was up to 6th or 7th at one point. But himself and Keith and Keane Carey tangled, and Keith Dempsey as well had a bit of a coming together with Keane. So yeah, a few bits of contact throughout the race, but overall, great stuff.
Great racing all around. So after this, we're on to Snetterton next week. Very technical track, going to present a lot of different challenges for the drivers. But thank you to everyone who tuned in. Apologies again for the banner to start a race. I take a full slap on the wrist for that. It's been a good race, Rob. Enjoyed it.
Great stuff. Yeah, as Niall said, public flogging for Niall for the incidents. Huge thanks to our sponsors again: Murray Motorsports, MCE Events, Irish Auto Parts.ie, Quinn Tanker Services, Digital Gasoline, and Detailing Emporium. Join us next week for another 2 great races. 8:30 live on Facebook and on YouTube. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.